being recorded.
Okay.
And you're going to call Ruthie?
But no one's she's gonna call us. She said, tell me when to
Take some time home.
I just never call.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
This smells really good. That's not good. Hey, that's good too. Dinner, you hungry?
Oh, I'm good, right?
Okay, we'll call this meeting to order.
Break the
Gavel
clock.
there.
We better get him a gavel. Get a gavel.
We got something right
We'll do a roll call. Councilwoman Diane,
Here.
Councilwoman Klontz,
Here.
Councilman Froth,
Here.
and
Here she is.
Councilwoman Klontz.
Are you here? Ray? Are you here, Ray? Ray?
Hello?
Are you here?
Let me call you back. I'm on just a second.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah. Has everyone reviewed the materials for the meeting?
Okay, he was calling roll. He already called you.
Yes, I was going to print it out and I forgot.
Okay, do we want to make copies, or?
She says she's here.
Okay, do we need copies? Anyone need copies?
Oh, I
No.
have it on my phone. I don't need it.
Okay,
Yeah.
everyone's good?
Yeah.
Okay. So the first thing we want to do is approve the minutes from last month's meeting. Those were included in the packet for everyone to review, so that those look,
Yeah, that looks good. I'll make a motion to approve the financial statements and minutes for May of 2025.
well, let's do the minutes first. and then
okay.
move to the financial.
Okay, yeah, okay, so the minutes. I'll amend that.
I'll second.
Okay. Okay. Financial statements, I did want to make a couple of comments, is why I
Okay,
said that on
yeah.
the financial statements. I did send a recap with the financials ahead of, in addition to what you normally get. Just this cautionary tale I want to throw out there that the town's revenue is down year over year. Some of the things are known. We had some events last year, the eclipse and so forth, that generated revenue. The one that's a little out of the box to me is our town sales tax being down. That could be weather related, I don't know.
I'm sure it
The
is.
businesses here can comment on that more than
That is true.
probably anyone, but I would assume the weather played
It's
a
been a
role.
difficult year so far.
But it's reflected in our tax revenue, and our expenses are up. So that's kind of not a good combination. We've got a we had the tree trimming that took place earlier in the year, was a pretty large expense. We've had some legal expense, and then
Well, I don't understand the trash pickup. Have we had two large bills? I saw one.
well, there was no bill last year, so there should have been a
Yeah,
bill
that-
last year.
Was
Yeah.
there two big bills paid for the last year? One for last year and one for this year that
Well,
was caught up?
The one for this year is just for part of the year. The one for last year was for the entire year. So
See,
that's...
they're supposed to be emailing, I can't remember what department out of Little Rock is supposed to be emailing this, which, Mary Beth at the treasurer's office gets it. And she didn't understand why we wasn't paying it, because that's why it was that one big bill, because that was for the whole year. And she said, well, you could pay, just once a year or monthly. And then she come back and said, well, I would rather have it monthly. Well, she was supposed to call and got, our email place, so it's still not, you haven't got anything since we talked, right?
No, right.
Okay, so, and I wasn't able to get a hold of her, so I'm gonna, let her know that, we're still not getting those. And we can't pay that if we don't know.
Right, we don't want to lose our garbage pickup.
Exactly,
Maybe we can together have a call with her, so you can maybe introduce me.
Okay,
I don't know.
okay, yeah, that'd be
Could talk,
great.
And I need to better understand how that whole process works anyway, which I don't.
Which I don't understand that it's deposited into our account from a state fund, and then we write a check and send it to the Service County Treasurer's Office? Okay, they just give it straight to them, but I know
That's not the way the government
there's a reason.
Yeah, there it is.
But that's what I was like, that don't make no sense.
Okay, with that said, as the document you got recapped, we're down about, or not about, exactly $8,773 cash-wise from the beginning of the year. So, FYI, and later on in the meeting on the agenda, we're going to talk about the certificates of deposit the town has up for renewal. I do want to point out that those are not reflected on our financial statements, and they should be. So when you look at our financial statements, we have for the general fund about $21,000 in certificates of deposit, and for the street fund about $9,000, and those are nowhere reflected on
Did
the
you see the
financials.
rate or percentage they're paying us?
Yeah, well, we'll discuss
Yeah,
that
I've
when we
already
get
asked
there.
about that,
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
that's.
still mad about that.
Yeah. Any other comments on the financials?
No, I appreciate you doing that. That was
Yeah,
very
that's a lot of
detailed, and I do appreciate you digging in.
And it makes us understand stuff a little bit more than, you're here where we can ask questions, and we just get a piece of paper from Melissa, and it is what it is, so,
Thank you, Mayor.
We'll get to who's going to be mayor. All right, so,
So I'll make a motion to approve the financials for May of 2025.
okay,
Second.
okay. Very good. Yes, sir.
So,
Yeah.
I'm voting.
Oh, yes, we only have. Okay, on to unfinished business. These items have been here for a few meetings. The first one is the culvert on Frost Street. I know
I can comment on that if you want.
Yes, please.
So I think some of us came out, we talked with Ms. Timby, we had the county judge come out, his road foreman, and we looked at it for, I think, about a good 2 hours, and they found the issue with a lot of the water coming down is, well, a couple issues is just there's a choke point up there, and it's bedrock, and it would take a lot to get out. Ms. Timby pointed out a tree with the roots causing a diversion of the water. But it was right next to a power line, still alive, so it would probably be very difficult to get out, and we'd have to get the power company. But those were not the main issues according to the county judge. The main issue was that a lot of the water, it's going to do what it's going to do no matter what, but they needed a vent in the middle. So that's an expense, but he said overall right now, those are just going to be on those high volume floods that we have all the time. And this year, like we know, like June, May, those two massive floods we had, this has just been an extremely wet year. So, but if the town wanted to do something, and if Miss Timby wanted to do it, we'd put that vent in the middle, which would be like basically a culvert in the middle. Excuse me, a manhole in the middle with like a vent on top for us to like access and clean out.
But wasn't that what was required in the first place?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, but it was what they were talking about would have been a little bit more.
Okay.
Expensive, so unless it becomes an issue, I say we just readdress this matter at a different point. So,
Say table it.
well, I mean, yeah, or let it fail if it. So we won't address it again. At this point, Miss Timby talks to me.
Okay. All right, is everyone in agreement?
Yeah.
Okay, next item, and I think, Ben, you had an update on this, was the lawsuit with, involving Eubanks.
July 8th, Searcy County District Court. That's it.
So,
Oh, it's still in court,
Yeah.
so do
It's in
we,
there.
so we need to be there to
You don't have to be.
testify?
We've hired attorneys.
The old mayor.
Unless you get a subpoena.
Yeah.
You back
You don't
up,
need to
he
be
lives
there.
at the top of the street over
Yeah,
there.
because, I mean, I almost told him the other day, that I know where those rocks are.
Yeah.
We didn't take the rocks, so.
In my experience, this date probably won't actually go because just courts are busy, and this is just one of those.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a small claims case, and so they don't really
Right.
pay attention. That's just my experience, but it will get heard.
Okay.
So.
Don, did you see the email where the attorney was requesting documentation for the Eubank suits and items?
You sent?
Yeah, we can take a look after, if that works.
Okay.
Because
Because
we already submitted.
Yeah, we
one.
submitted that stuff, you know.
The attorney might not have it, though, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because they were together in the bottom, next to the bottom drawer back in
Perfect.
there.
Okay.
And must have got revised.
Okay, we're ready to move on to new business then. We have a few items. The first one is the application of the herbicide by the mowing contractor on the town streets and culverts.
I talked to Katrina this afternoon, and she's got that serious infection from a knee surgery. What was this infection? C. diff, that's it. And she's been on a lot of antibiotics. She can't do the work herself, so she's got her son and son-in-law doing the work, and she's telling them what to do. So it was a big mistake. A big, big mistake.
Yeah.
And she said it won't happen again.
Okay. So we don't need to pass anything.
But now, this is something, you know.
I'm gonna put signs up in my yard.
Okay.
I don't want them spraying.
I do it once a year around this propane tank, because
That's fine, but in my yard.
Yeah,
They
in
kill
person.
up the whole front
I
yard.
mean, we can pass a resolution that Gilbert is against those sort of pesticides because we're so close to the river.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
we can
that's-
draft one up, and
Yeah.
so that way, anytime we have an ordinance that might have that part in it, you can say, hey, guys, remember when we did that? Like,
And you know, surely there's some other kind of, for lack of a better word, chemical that could, because the Roundup is just, you know, it's got such bad, you know, the cancer.
Maybe it's something we can.
so that's why we hire them to weed eat and not.
Yeah,
spray.
yeah.
Specify in our
Front
agreement
yard.
with whoever does the.
You know what? That's a good idea.
That,
And I'm wondering if she's going to be able to even handle it for our big job from, you know, now on now.
Yeah,
At least she knows now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
should we request that they plant seed or something?
Well,
or-
nothing's gonna grow there for a long
Yeah.
time, from what I understand.
It usually doesn't take that too long
I mean,
before
I
you can
know
plant.
our yard is not like super groomed, but we have
Yeah.
front, you know, ground cover there.
No, I understand, yeah.
But it's never
Ajuga all
been,
planted on that hill. It's pretty frustrating,
But-
but, I mean, it's just when I drive up and see it, you know,
but you
it's
know,
not.
I mean, around the culverts is one thing, but to go from
Our whole
culvert to
yard.
culvert, that was
Yeah.
a little extreme. And that's what, it just did not
Well,
work.
it's pretty obvious driving up the road,
I
that it's like they haven't.
around on our road, and I didn't see it. Like, just a little.
Only that one
And this right out here, and right out there.
Well, I'm
There are
just
some
gonna,
spots around y'all's culverts. I don't know if y'all put something there.
No, they did.
Yeah.
They're the one, they did it around the culvert holes.
Yeah.
To keep the truck so it
I
won't
understand.
Yeah, yeah.
But
I don't- I
they
still
did,
don't
that
realize
was
what
not
I'm
supposed to
saying.
happen.
Yeah.
It was a little
It
extreme.
was like probably young
Yeah.
guys doing it. I understand that.
Okay.
I've got two teenage boys,
well,
so.
if it becomes an issue, we can pass an ordinance or just specify in our contracts from here on out.
Yeah, because we just,
I mean, if we're a dark sky community, we probably want to be.
well, you know,
Chemical
because
free.
I don't want us to, you know, poison our soil or, you know.
It's not a great, I mean, in excess, like,
Right.
it's pretty serious.
Yeah.
Doesn't that have to be in the contract with the owner?
Yeah, well, so it's saying we probably, yeah, we probably don't have a contract with the mower.
Okay.
Well, she wrote
We had a
a
bid. We had a
bid.
bid.
We had a
She wrote
bid,
that
we
one.
didn't have a contract, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It's never happened before, so it was just a weird thing. I mean, we didn't know who did it, so.
Okay. All right, well, then you've talked to her and I've sent an email on the waiting.
And then I talked to her.
So,
Yeah, she was asking if I didn't have your phone number, she wanted to call and
Oh,
tell
it's
you.
okay, that's, I appreciate it, and I'm, you know. Yeah.
okay, we ready to move on to the next item?
Yes.
Is that satisfactorily?
Oh, I'm fine, yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna put signs up just to kind of.
To make her
Out on
husband happy.
Amazon, put some signs in my yard, don't spray,
To
our
make-
yard.
Yeah, to make your guys
Kids.
happy. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, do you want
I
to try
get
to reseed it for her at least?
Well, I'm okay with that. No, I mean, we don't live here, we can throw some seed out there.
We've got
Trust me, the
seed.
grass will find a way.
And our yard is, I love the privacy of our yard, like being kind of closed in like that, but it's okay, and I'll throw some seed out,
Well,
yeah.
we bought 50 pounds of seed. We could throw a few cupfuls in there.
Yeah, put some wild.
We'll give it
yeah.
Or wildflowers or something.
Yeah.
Like,
We
let
give it a
breathe
few more
little
weeks,
bit,
a couple of weeks of raining.
Yeah, and I'm gonna
get
rake
it
up all the dead and,
Yeah, we'll throw some in there.
yeah. Thank you.
Okay, the next item is, as I mentioned earlier, the town has 4 certificates of deposit currently with Bank OKZ, which is the bank that the town uses for other purposes. They are coming up for renewal on June the 18th. I don't know what the processes have been in past meetings. I couldn't find a resolution. I think we should have a resolution.
I don't think there ever
authorizing
has
this.
been though.
Authorizing.
Did you say they were coming up for renewal?
June 18th.
Yeah, June 18th.
I mean, unless you see a reason to pull them out, I say we keep them in,
Yes.
because rates are still pretty good.
But,
Fair.
oh, you have to see the rates we have been getting.
As a town?
Nobody's touched them in years.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
What happens is they renew them at the market rate. That's why they won't even give us a rate now until
What are
the
they
18th.
now?
then,
Like 1/4%. I mean,
Oh.
it's really.
So-
Well, they didn't
My
renew it
personal
2 years.
CD, I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
4%.
But
I couldn't get
in the
anybody
scheme
to
of things,
sign
this is
anything.
not a bunch of hours either. I mean,
But
it's not like a jumbo CD or something like that.
but
where
still, instead of making a few dollars a year, if we could make 10 or 15, I mean, why couldn't we pull them out and then reinvest it,
Well, but that Mike can just do it with renewing it.
Well, if you can find a better rate for that amount of money, then
You want me to go with you and talk to them?
I see no reason to pull them out, and I would,
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Well, I'm not pull them out, but, I want to...
or do something else with them.
Well, I don't know if it's rollover, but see if they won't give us a little better percentage
And
rate.
they say that the towns are treated differently on CDs, or more restricted than a normal personal.
Okay, I wondered about that,
Yeah, because I had asked a question to do something, and they said, no, we can't do that.
So are you gonna do a resolution?
we've already done it. The resolution's in the packet.
Okay.
Yeah.
We just have to vote on it.
Okay.
And the resolution is what again?
Let me read the resolution.
Yeah, I'd probably for the.
Resolution of the Town Council of Gilbert, Arkansas to allow for the investment of funds and certificates of deposit with Bank OKZ. The Town of Gilbert, Arkansas currently has 4 certificates of deposit with Bank OKZ. See exhibits marked A, B, C, and D, which are the actual renewals for the 4 certificates
You
of
know it's
deposit.
OZK, right?
Yeah, that was EK.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah. I need to.
I got it.
Since it's a legal thing, I
Yeah.
thought we better.
These certificates of deposit mature on June 18th, 2025. This resolution authorizes continued reinvestment in new certificates of deposit with Bank OZK on similar terms maturing on June 18th, 2027, which is 2-year renewal.
I would move to accept, is it the resolution or ordinance?
Resolution.
That resolution is stated.
That second.
Okay. And that has been adopted.
Yay.
Oh,
Okay.
No, what?
Are you okay with that?
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I heard a yay,
Yeah.
but.
All are in agreement.
yes.
Okay, and now to the most important thing that I think, maybe your grass was more.
Glad you're here.
Discuss the open mayoral position and selection of an interim mayor.
You get another call, so.
Well, I reached out to Billy Baker, and he never did. He said he would think about it, and as of 5 o'clock, I still didn't get an answer from him, so I would say he's not
Interested.
interested, yeah.
I asked Matt Gann, who normally sits over here, who's working on Harold's old house. He's not here. I don't think he's technically a resident yet. I think he's still working on his house. He said he'd love to help, but he just can't right now. And I asked Blake, and he's like, "Nah, man." I asked my dad too, and he's like, "Not again."
I asked Ben, and Ben said no.
Well, okay, Debbie?
No.
Oh, honey,
Okay.
you would be great, and I'll do
Diane?
everything I can to help you.
You're the
Does
longest-
anybody on the council want to do it, though?
No.
You do? No, you. No, I don't.
No,
I did you. You did. You really did.
What about Laura?
All right.
Would you think Laura would do it? I mean,
Who's the figurehead position?
Did you just hear Bill?
They'll treat you well.
He said, what about Bill? And I said, he didn't want to do it. He said, we're railroading.
what about you, Jim?
Would you do it? Would you stay on for a little
I
bit?
already have a job.
Okay. No, I understand
I
that.
asked Aston if he would do it. He was like, I can't do that.
We could put names in a hat and drop
No.
a short straw.
We did get Aston. He's 18 years old now.
Dan, weren't you checking something out about having a mayor?
Well,
Now, see, that's what his dad was telling Nathan that.
yeah, I looked it up. I talked to municipal council. They were in agreement. And that's 14-45-103 vacancies in classes of the incorporated towns, not second class. When a vacancy occurs in the office of mayor in an incorporated town, which is us, at the first regular meeting, which is this one, after the occurrence of the vacancy, the town council shall elect by a majority, a vote of the town council members, a mayor to serve the unexpired term. Or we have to go into a special election, which is, it can be expensive. We have to pay the county clerk, and nobody shows up for them, and the people who are going to vote are probably in this room.
Yeah.
If I have time, I'd show up.
That's the only option.
Yes, so someone's got to be a mayor. I looked up everywhere to see if we could operate without a mayor because my dad had led me on for so long and said we couldn't. I was like, no, I looked it up, Dad. It's kind of my job to do
So
this
if we
sort of
don't
thing. I can't.
if we don't nominate somebody tonight, we have to do the special election, or?
Well, it doesn't say.
we have
It doesn't
a-
say. It says at the next.
Can we table it?
Maybe Kate.
Yeah, and
Well,
this is
and
the
I don't
next
want to
meeting.
put. I don't want to put Bill, on the spot, and we just do this for 2 years, and then we're like, hey, thanks.
No, and that's not fair.
Is it 2 years he's got?
A year and a half is what,
So, as mayor, what have you had to do so far? Besides sit up there and tell us what to do.
All right.
Conduct the meeting.
You can do it.
Okay. No. I'm just asking for anybody who might be interested.
Right. Just there's actually a lot more work in the recorder treasurer
Yeah,
position
than the mayor's,
than in
yeah.
that position.
Oh, he's got his hand up, we're gonna nominate
So
Jim.
Jim's going to is putting his hat in the ring.
I think he wants to be recognized.
Yeah, definitely. Would you be interested in just taking over that spot until there can be an election? I mean, you have the know-how, do you?
Yeah.
Well,
But he's too important in what he's doing now, I think.
okay, and if Bill helps me, if someone's willing to nominate me, I will just help share the load. I know you've done a lot, but I don't want to run you off, too.
Yeah.
Because that's a lot, man.
Well, I have technical questions too, and maybe the municipal can answer. But
Yeah.
for instance, resolution. Normally that's signed by the mayor, and
The clerk.
yes. So,
You'd be signing it twice.
but I don't know what. Obviously, the recorder treasurer would be one signature, but I don't know what the other signature would be called legally.
Yeah.
Well,
And then I would be signing the document twice, and
Yeah.
that just kind of to me looks.
And the way Gilbert's growing and stuff, I think we might see some more people come in by the time the next election shows up.
Right.
So, we need more people who are willing to help.
He might be, yeah. I mean, he's really busy.
Yeah.
But he could be here one night a week, or is that how often you got once a night?
Sometimes.
I mean, if that's okay, yeah,
So-
I mean, he might be.
The only problem is technically you have to be a resident.
Resident.
And we've been
I'm
through this,
actually-
And-
and we probably ought to follow the rules.
Yeah, I
No,
did
I'm a
change my
big
residency
rule
here.
Is he?
So I'm going to pass this around.
Because we wanted to-
Elective offices right here, we're in the incorporated town. We're in the last one. So that's just what it says. And because I know Mr. Gann asked me because he wanted to help. And so I looked at that and showed him and he agreed.
How about we elect Aston?
Well, I mean, he was, He first thought he couldn't do it, and I said, well, you're of legal age, you just have to go and get, registered to vote. And so and he'll be 19 next Saturday.
Oh, wow.
So, and I don't know, maybe I'll talk to him and see if,
Here's
and
my,
we can help him, because he's young.
I mean, not long-term and certainly hopefully not a year and a half, I can, until we do something, I can't, my concern is
Because tonight you'll have to sign that.
for a small town, there's a lot of factions here, unfortunately. And I really don't want to get in the middle of that.
Exactly.
And
Understandable.
be the person who has to,
Yeah.
do all that. So that's my main concern.
Yeah.
So if the council can help support that.
Definitely.
And I'll do everything I can. Yeah, I'll
If you
do,
need anything, just call on us.
Yeah.
Just let us know, we'll be there.
I nominate Dawn,
For what?
mayor. Let's vote on it.
Am I being railroaded?
no. I was thinking, maybe Laura Timpey would, I don't know if she would. I didn't ask her, but,
I don't think she would, do you?
well, I don't know, but, that might,
She likes kind of being in charge.
I don't know.
Well, obviously, I don't think we can nominate anybody tonight. I mean, because they're
No,
not here.
nobody's
They got to
here.
accept the
Yeah.
nomination. Otherwise, we're just,
So we got about 3 names in the hat out there.
Well, I asked Nathan, he was just like, no,
He's a smart
But there's
man.
Gwen. Yeah, Gwen.
This week, Gwen, she's too sweet.
So why don't we put that on, can we put that on the agenda and just put, for the next one, maybe we put up a sign at the post
Yeah.
office, people who are interested, residents interested in being mayor,
And put it on our website, maybe.
training will be provided. You
Yeah,
can all help out.
yeah.
Just put it on your resume.
Yeah.
So,
I was, but I was, registered to vote down here. So I did
Then
create,
then you're good.
yeah. But maybe Gabe.
Well, so I think that's the last thing.
Yes,
We can
it
we
is.
officially,
Yes.
make a motion to adjourn?
a second?
I like that.
It is. Adjourn.
Oh, coffee cup.